Let me start with the Daily Graphic and its reporting this morning. Standoff in Parliament. Solution rests with Speaker. This is Alexander Afenyomakin asserting there. So, Majority Leader Alexander, and he doesn't like if you call him the leader of the NPP caucus in Parliament.
Can we just call him the Member of Parliament for Ifutu?
Or
will he deny that one?
No, he is. Anyway, the funniest part is that if there's houses sitting on the minority side will be bad omen.
That's his concern.
Yes. It has spiritual implications. He doesn't like the spiritual implications of it. No, I think that sometimes some of these comments it takes away the very acrimonious things around all of this, and it's interesting. All right, you've seen the city reporter that he had to. The man was doing a live report. The member of parliament begging to come and correct the matter. That he should refer to him during the live report. And you remember what happened with Koko Asante to. It's wonderful. I think that he chooses very wonderful journalists to engage that way. I'm looking for an encounter with you, Kojo Jansen, you and Alexander Afenyomakin on a similar matter. It will sound very interesting to watch.
Do you know what it takes away? What it really takes away? It takes away people's respect for an important institution like Parliament. Because if really you are signaling to all of us that what matters to you is where you sit, that is of paramount importance to you, you can understand that we can't all be as invested in where you sit.
Even your colleagues. Feel that is childish.
We can't all care as much as you do about where you sit. Yeah. So over time, we are losing interest in your crusade because it's for something that doesn't affect us.
True.
Right? We don't care. And meanwhile, we have important issues to deal with. We have important matters that you, Parliament, must deal with on our behalf.
Bills and that you were hoping to pass before end of year. One of them, LI 2462 repeal.
Indeed. And we are not getting to it. We are not getting to it because we have been held up by your desire to sit somewhere. You have to understand it's a problem. And this erosion of respect for an important institution that represents us all can be laid firmly at the doorstep of leaders. Whether you are calling yourself majority or minority leader, one thing that you certainly are doing is eroding the respect of the institution that has made you whatever it is that you are insisting on being called today.
And for me, I think all sides, it has been a total failure. And for me, just to bury their egos and try and see how we can move forward on this issue, I think it's not helping anyone, whatever the situation is, how we can move forward, because we have a nation to think about and we have an economy that is already struggling, and look at what has happened. And for me, I think it's so unfortunate, and it's just like what is being said. There's a hope that whatever the decision the Supreme Court will decide today will settle this matter, so we move on.
But the Supreme Court is not deciding certain position.
No, I mean it's not about. I'm just saying that whatever that they would rule in terms of whether the interpretation that when these people declare or whatever, we should move on. I mean, it's so unfortunate.
So yes, the other story there on the 4 MPs vacant seat controversy. Supreme Court delivers judgment today.
Yeah.
And yes, and yesterday in Parliament there was. Did I say Parliament in court? There was no representation of the Speaker. Many people saw Speaker's lawyer somewhere in the Western region attending to parliamentary elections of Joanna Kujo, who, because of some court indication, was not in the election. So NDC's Joanna Kujo is now been cleared to contest the Amenfi Central seat. That the Electoral Commission issued a statement that she's not qualified because a court has actually injected her from doing so. So now she's been cleared to contest the seat. So that's where, and I've seen the pictures too, as some people are seeing. That is Stadio. Sorry, he was not at the Supreme Court, but he was attending to other business. Of course, Speaker can say he's no longer interested in this matter. He can even say, and it was quite clear from the speech he did before Parliament came in on the Wednesday, that he felt that there's some form of collusion between the executive and the judiciary to run down Parliament, and he felt that was problematic. After doing all of that, I think that it was quite clear that he was not going to. And there's nothing wrong with deciding that whatever you want to do as a court, I do not care. Continue to do it. I do not want to be represented in this matter. I do not want to have a say on this matter before you go ahead and do whatever you want to
And
do.
Raymond, does seeking an interpretation about an issue in the Constitution amount to running down Parliament?
But that's not what he's
No,
talking about.
I'm just asking because there's a
No, but
perception out
your
there.
question is unrelated to the
Okay.
thing he said. He listed the issues.
Yeah.
And the speaker did not say once that seeking interpretation was what's running down Parliament.
Okay. There have been several instances. that
Yes, and he went
sought
through
to
them.
suggest that
Yes.
Parliament is being run
Brilliant.
down.
So, in fact, he even accused his own members of Parliament for also contributing to that. That's
Interesting.
what the point he's making. Before I move on, former President Mahama communes with clergy in Kumasi. So, he did one in Accra, I think. That's when the prayers came in. And went to Kumasi to actually pray with pastors of different denominations. And important notice, Chief Justice reopens 4 courts in Upper East. 3 remain closed. So, she ordered the closure of these regions because we are in court today and we're also dealing with all matters of court. I think you should get to know that too. Those are the key issues here in the daily graphic.
Let's do the Economy Times. Ghana backs $840 million from oil revenue for the first half of this year. BOG's gold coin effectiveness to tackle Ghana's dollarized economy that is criticized. That is according to the Institute of Economic Affairs. And ADB congratulates the 2024 best farmer. Those are the lead stories in the Economy Times.
Okay, so the Daily Guide is reporting this morning. Local government minister commissions Techiman Nkranza markets. And it has Matthew Najimans, of course, out there with traditional leaders cutting the tape to officially open one of those markets. And I brought you this story, but I think it ought to be repeated. Sitting on minority side will be bad omen. Afenyo Makin is the one saying so. End dollar-based crude oil pricing. This is Dr. Abdul Hamid, the NCA boss, speaking there. And Rebecca campaigns for Baumia. And Rebecca is First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Rebecca Akufo-Addo. And she's hit the ground running with barely a month to elections to campaign for the candidate of the NPP. So Rebecca Akufo-Addo is on the ground. Can she be given a ministerial position?
I've never thought of that.
For First Lady to First Lady,
there's no reason why
she cannot be. She's not president.
She could even run for president.
Okay, but can an ex-president be given a ministerial position?
Now that is interesting.
I know you can't run for president again.
Yeah, but again, why not?
I'm asking.
Yeah, again, would there be anything impeding that from happening? I don't see.
Yes, it's service to mankind.
Indeed.
So maybe Akufo-Addo back as foreign minister.
Advisor. He's in Baku, right, for the climate change?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Yeah. And we are protecting our environment very well. The fight against climate change is going on very well. We have cleared all our water bodies and our forest of the people who are destroying it. We have done a lot of work. Today, if you go to any forest reserve, you cannot find a single place where pollution is happening or anybody is mining illegally. All our water bodies are back to pristine state. And you are disputing that.
That's not the situation on the ground.
Oh, really? You have a different report to give.
Yes, of course.
Have you shared that report with organized labor
Share
yet?
with you very soon.
Maybe I
Organized labor are watching.
Yeah.
So far, they haven't seen anything to displease them.
Oh, okay. So far,
Well, not
even
to our
though
knowledge.
we moved out of the month of October, and still LI 2462 has not been repealed.
Look
I don't see it causing them.
This is what is
discomfort
happening in
or
Parliament.
displeasure.
What is
I
that?
don't
But when
see-
they came, even that day, it was not the agenda. We were told the first day Parliament reconvenes, it will be first priority in Parliament. It was not.
In my interview with the Attorney General, he did say that he wrote immediately to
Okay.
Parliament, but a week afterwards, this
Other
problem
people,
began.
it was not there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So anyway,